Hi, I'm Tony, and this is
Robbie.
and we're gonna review.
Godzilla 2014.
You really suck. You should be Godzilla 2014, the big summer blockbuster that all us Godzilla fans have been waiting for.
You're right, I should sound.
Okay,
They've
go
been
on.
waiting for. It's
What'd you think of it, Tony?
too overhyped. That's in a sentence. It's just overhyped everywhere. I mean, it's an okay film. It's nothing grand, nothing spectacular. It's what most Godzilla fans expected, and to be in the film.
Wasn't there.
It was there in subtle ways.
It was there in Pacific Rim. It wasn't there in Godzilla.
Yeah, it was there for Pacific Rim. I hoped it was as spectacular as Pacific Rim, but I guess we really can't compare both of them because
The two different movie
they're
reviews.
two different. Yeah.
Let's go to Robbie and ask him. Hear what he has to say in a few minutes.
I liked the movie.
Really?
Right? Yes. I liked it. It's actiony.
It's boring as fuck!
Alright, the kick-ass parts are boring, alright? But
You liked Kick-Ass when I first talked to you about it. Quit stealing my criticism.
I liked the movie, alright? It has its problems, but I liked the movie.
Or did you just like the reclining chairs the theater has?
No, it's not about
And the way-
anything with
the
the
way-
reclining chairs. Yes, I know Galaxy
Did you
has
fall
the
asleep
new
in the
reclining.
reclining chairs?
No, I didn't.
Hey, did they tickle your butthole?
Did you get
You know
the
when
vibrating ones?
if you sit in the vibrating ones with the
They
monster
don't have
movie,
the vibrating ones anymore.
they don't.
No, they don't.
Do you feel kind of sad
No, not really.
because they can't get tickle your bunghole?
No. But I liked the movie. I mean,
What did you like about it?
well, I liked it because, I guess because I
You already forgot what it's about.
no,
You have to stop to think about it. You forgot. Okay, Tony, we'll go back to you. Let's see him save this.
I don't think there's anything I can do to save this, but
I know what could have saved it. Combining the summer's first film, Captain America, with Godzilla. Godzilla versus Helicarriers would have been awesome.
even though I
That'll
have to
just be,
submit to that fact.
that'll just be Pacific Rim, though. The Health Carriers are just the Jaegers.
No, it's just another Marvel comic movie.
Who knows? Maybe Toho might sell his company out
To Disney.
just like everything else is so far.
Oh God.
But it's an okay film. It's
It's
a
fun.
lot of my friends overhyped it because they're so big Godzilla fans, I guess. Even though they're all 20-year-old. I'm not. I'm only 25, but it's still. It's. I'm not a proclaimed Godzilla fan or anything.
But as a Godzilla fan on this side of the camera, I found the film lacking. Robbie, as a supposedly Godzilla fan, forgot what it was about.
I guess like I said, it was just too overhyped. I can see that it was trying to be a lot like the original film.
I found it to be more like Cloverfield.
Yeah, I guess because you don't really see Godzilla. You only see him here and
You
there.
only see
up
him
in the
through
Cloverfield.
like news footage and stuff of that sort until the final minutes of the movie.
And you don't even get to see him that good because it's all dark.
Yeah.
You see him from afar. It's like if the lead character is
It's black on
Yeah.
black with the monsters.
the human element.
And there's
They kill the most interesting character early in the film.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even I have to say that.
Are you sure? Or
Yes,
just,
yes.
taking
I'm not
the words
agreeing.
from other people.
I'm not taking words from other people. I will honestly say that
Remember, this guy said he did like the Kick-Ass character.
I liked the movie, but yes, the most interesting character did die.
After we started talking about it, you were starting agreeing about
You
it.
loved Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And not the movie, but the character the actor who played him.
Well, when I first watched the movie,
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I
It
couldn't.
was instant reaction.
I
And
loved.
you stood by your first reactions, Rob.
I
Until you started talking to people, and you're like, oh, I agree now.
Because I didn't see any problems with it until I started talking to people.
You never see problems with movies till you start talking about them.
You should have heard what this guy was saying about RoboCop.
RoboCop's a good movie.
Yeah,
because his
the
mom bought him.
80s version was
his
good.
mom bought him the DVD. That's why he has to say it's good.
The 80s one is good, not the new one. The new one's just
Say hello, Mom. I'm not gonna dish on the movie you bought me, but it did really suck.
You know, you should probably just take that film to FYE and get some money back so you can pay off certain people.
Oh.
Like Toho for making the new Godzilla movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, your mother already spent $15 on a hot dog and $12 for the tickets to go see Godzilla. That you're never gonna see that money ever again.
Kind of like when you see George Lucas films.
Yeah. It's just overhyped. That's all it is. It's overhyped. I mean,
And Pacific Rim was underhyped, and it was a better film.
But it got beaten out by grown-ups too. So, yeah.
Well, Pacific Rim or Godzilla?
Pacific Rim got beaten out by grown-ups too.
By people who felt they were grown up enough and said the movie was too immature.
Yes. I mean, you know, I just wish it had a little bit more elements from Pacific Rim. I mean,
it wasn't a Godzilla movie in my opinion. It was too much of a Cloverfield.
Yeah, it was Cloverfield-esque.
It was a disaster film.
I mean, there's no shaky camera, which is pretty good. But,
like this.
Yeah, but it's overhyped. That's the only word that always comes up to my mind. It's just overhyped. Just for
the ads were really good for it. But and then the people I heard about it too.
The ads were good, yeah, because you know everybody was hyped up to see
Bryan Cranston and Godzilla.
Yeah.
And did they get to see neither one for long periods of time? No.
No, instead the trailers misled you into believing that, you know.
Because the first trailer we're seeing the military and you're going, what the fuck is this about?
Yeah, is this fucking Michael Bay Transformers here
yes.
or something like that? Is this G.I. Joe?
Then we see the spikes appear and they go, ooh, it's Godzilla!
Or is that Cloverfield? The sequel to Cloverfield? Or Super 8 2?
Super 8 was awesome.
Yeah. But still, it's like, it just, you know, oh wow, it's a Godzilla, you know.
We're back.
Yeah. When the second trailer started floating around, you know, they started having the humans in it, the main actors.
Yeah.
In quotations. You know, like Bryan Cranston.
And more Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
And a little bit more Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. And maybe his wife in there somewhere.
Who's only in it for like a second.
And Kick-Ass, you know. Mm-hmm. When he's the only guy saying words throughout the whole entire trailer, it feels like he's going to be a main character. It
feels epic.
Who feels epic?
The trailer when we hear him basically doing the whole, you knew this wasn't an accident. You knew that this was basically Godzilla.
He didn't know it was Godzilla.
Yeah, he didn't know it was Godzilla.
Did you pay attention to the movie?
Yes, I did, but he's basically said...
He didn't pay to go see the movie, so he did pay attention.
Technically, out of the three of us, I'm the one who technically didn't pay to see the movie in the theater.
Yes. But, you know...
But the technicalities don't matter sometimes just to see the movie.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's just... When you have a booming voice like his in the trailer playing throughout the 2-minute trailer, you think he's going to be like the main character. At least the main human lead, you know, in the whole entire thing, not some guy.
And then the thing is, you think then when you find out Bryan Cranston dies according to the trailers, you think the Asian guy's going to pick up the torch.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick up anything.
He tries to pick up the movie, but instead they wanted to focus on Kick-Ass, you know. I mean, what has that guy done besides Kick-Ass?
More Kick-Ass?
Okay, besides Kick-Ass 1 and 2.
I think he did the Facebook movie.
I don't know. That wasn't him. I don't think.
I think it is. Mike was saying. I think it was.
He couldn't be the main guy from Facebook, but he might have been like one of the buddies or whatever.
It could be.
But yeah, he just wasn't that much strong. But
they should got Woody Harrelson to do that part.
I guess he would have probably done a better job, but overall, he couldn't.
Remember, he's the one who said, "Save 20 tail." This is so beautiful.
Yes, but he couldn't carry the film. You know, he's too
Robotic in his presentation.
unknown, I'd say.
Also, his presentation is too robotic.
Yeah, it's like he's reading cue card or something. You know, that's
Yeah.
how I kind of, but still, I think he's just too young of a character to lead a big
Basically,
a big anticipated film like that.
Basically, you're saying he's bland.
Well, I think they thought because he did a fan favorite comic book, he could take this fan favorite icon
Yeah.
and make people reinvent the wheel again with
If they
it.
get the guy from Kick-Ass, well, we get the Kick-Ass audience to come and watch it too, you know. But you don't really need a Kick-Ass audience for a Godzilla film.
No.
Well, you need the Godzilla fans to come out.
You need the Godzilla fans, and the Godzilla fans are there to see monsters fight.
You want the kaiju fans, you know. I mean, I guess that Japanese actor guy was in a Godzilla film, I guess. You know, I don't know. I just heard that he was.
I know he's in a Leonardo DiCaprio film.
Yeah.
He was in a Batman film.
Yes. But, you know, it
He's in a
just...
Tom Cruise film.
It was just...
And he was an Iceman. Oh, Goose.
It was just... He couldn't lead it, you know. It's like putting Shia LaBeouf to be the next Indiana Jones. He could not carry the series, you know.
No.
Kind of what they try to do with Crystal Skull, you know. It's like, it just doesn't work, you know, and...
But the thing is, Shia LaBeouf is more entertaining of an actor than the actor who plays Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's... You know, I know
Yeah,
a
they
lot of
could've-
people don't like him, but he's an okay actor, you know.
Yes.
He can really get into the roles.
Maybe
for
they
sure.
should have had Will Smith. Will Smith saves all movies.
Yeah.
Except for After Earth.
Yeah.
But then his son was there, so this is like...
It's a double bomb.
It's
a double whammy.
It's a positive and a negative. They cancel each other.
So-
They're both negative.
If you were going to recast Kick-Ass, who would you cast it and what actor? Just choose one.
I really wouldn't know who. Shia LaBeouf? Mark Wahlberg? I don't know.
You say Mark Wahlberg or Shia LaBeouf? Both
I don't know.
Michael Bay core actors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you want to have some face, right? A more well-known actor, right?
You want to bring a presence to the screen.
I mean, you already had the big presence with Bryan Cranston. He just came off doing Breaking Bad, which I guess I never seen the show.
I never saw the show neither,
But
and
a lot of people said it was pretty good, you know, and
he'll always be Malcolm in the Middle's dad for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see him in Malcolm in the Middle, but I never seen Breaking Bad, you know.
And I've seen him in a lot of other roles, like in Argo, he's a good part.
Mm-hmm. One of those obscure parts, but you know, if he was just the lead character, you can just pick whoever the hell you
He
want
would have been
afterwards.
a better character as the lead because he had the information that would lead us to follow Godzilla.
Like I said, you know, if he was the lead, the kick-ass character, whatever his real name is, he can be whoever you want it to be. Cause
Plus, if you follow the Bryan Cranston character, you can follow a lot of the Toho history of the Godzilla network with the computer guys.
yeah,
Because in
scientists.
all the movies that when they do the linking movies like the Millennium Edition, you see the Godzilla network grow in each movie, and it always starts with one person following one grain of salt.
Like I said, I
And
never
he had
seen.
and he had the better motivation with the wife dying at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, which is something you hadn't seen in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a subplot that wasn't solved because he died. You
Yeah.
never got to see the end, you know.
You never saw the resolve of him making peace with his son. You never saw the resolve of him
Making peace with the death of his wife.
The son had to be the one to do all the
and
the
he
footwork.
yeah,
but
and-
he didn't even do any footwork.
and he never resolves any of his problems.
Yeah, you know.
All he does is get to San Francisco.
He's at the right place at the right time, a lot of times. Let's just say that.
Yes.
You know.
Plot
And,
convenience is heavy in this movie.
nice steal there from other persons that reviewed the films and what people have said about it too.
Hey, he's son of Jeff. Give him some slack.
But you know,
Well,
it's.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
It sets it up for a sequel.
You
I
said-
really left the theater just going, okay, I wanted to like this film because I don't.
Well, we went in all liking it because we wanted to see a kaiju film,
Yeah, you know.
but we didn't come out watching a kaiju film.
They
The only
say it's too close, like the original one. I never seen the original.
I've seen the
one,
original,
so
and
I
it's
can't-
nothing like neither the Godzilla in Japan or the Perry Mason version.
Like I said, I can't really give my opinion about how it is, how it's relatable to the first one. But
It isn't.
I guess, since I'm kind of
Oh.
fresh to the Godzilla franchise, I'm not saying I've never seen Godzilla films, but I'm not a hardcore fan. I'd watch Pacific Rim over the new Godzilla film for sure.
Definitely, I'll agree with you there. Pacific Rim's a far superior film.
I guess
Guillermo del Toro
I never
gave the extra energy of balancing the human element, the monster element, and the giant robo element, and those are three hard elements to balance in one film.
Yeah, I'm not a Godzilla fan. I'm not a kaiju fan.
But you are a
I
giant
am
robo
big-
fan.
Yeah, I'm a big robot mech fan, so I did enjoy the film for what it was. Hey, it's something new, and it was a big risk to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying making a Godzilla after the horrible 1998 version of Godzilla is a big risk
Ferris
too.
Bueller meets an iguana.
Yes.
Oh,
And he was,
Well, Robbie loves that film.
yes.
I liked it because
It has Ferris Bueller in it.
it's.
And Puff Daddy.
I liked it because it's. I actually like it.
And the people from
because
The
it's funny.
Simpsons.
That's a new one. I never heard of that one.
I didn't either. I didn't realize it till after he said.
I liked
We
it.
have to say someone else totally pointed that out to us too.
Yeah.
I liked it because of it being bad. It's weird. I like it because it's funny to me. The 1998.
Is that because somebody else pointed that fact out to
No,
you earlier in
it's
the
no-
day? Or
So Robbie, what would you give the new Godzilla film on a scale of 1 to 10?
An 8. Honestly, an 8. It's got problems, like Tony,
Robbie.
like Tony was pointing out. Yes,
Like
but I
Robbie.
still like the movie.
I never really gave it a score yet.
Yes, let's hear your score. Since
Yes.
Robbie gave it an 8,
I don't know. Giving it a 7 is just
being generous.
generous. But giving it a 6 is too low.
Being a 6, I think, is too high too.
I'd say that.
Because you see, we both had a problem with Kick-Ass, and he's 90% of the film.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say it's 6. I guess 6.1.
And you're being generous.
Yeah, I mean,
I would give it a 3.
I had never having seen,
And I've seen other Godzilla
since
films
Final
that-
Wars, and Final Wars. It's been a long time.
Because the last horrible Godzilla movie I saw was the one where he fights a giant grasshopper.
Oh, the insect one.
Yes.
Wait, is that the new one?
No, that's
They both look like
wait.
they both
He
look
does.
like grasshoppers.
That's what I had to point it out to Robbie that it does look like he's fighting Megumi.
Yeah.
They
They both start with M's too.
Whenever I go onto the internet before the film came out, and I look up
Spoilers?
not spoilers, but what fans believe that these monsters or these monsters who they were gonna be. I heard the stories of Destroya or Rodan. I think those monsters would have been nicer in the film if they included one of the monsters in the Godzilla main stable. I think the film would have done a little bit better. I'd say.
But I think if it had 2 monsters from the main stable of Toho,
Yeah.
the entire movie would have been a true Godzilla film, not a disaster film, which they wanted to tell.
They wanted to be original. You can't fault them there. They wanted to really create their own monsters.
Yeah.
And they wanted to include a well-known monster like Godzilla. And you can't really fault them for trying to bring new monsters into the series.
Oh yeah, because you always need new monsters, even
Yeah.
in the Japanese series.
Yeah, but like I said,
Because if we didn't have new monsters, you wouldn't have Destroyer, you wouldn't have Biolante.
But at the same time, I think it would have gotten a better for what it was if they replaced the Mutos with 2 of the stables. I think I would have given the film a little.
Or
bit,
the Mutos were done better because they were just killed way too quickly for monsters for Godzilla to fight.
But that's the thing. It implies that there's monster fights throughout the film, but the audience never sees it.
That's what I'm saying. They were just too easy on the fights we finally saw.
It's like when they're in Hawaii. It's implied that one of the Mutos and Godzilla are fighting in Hawaii, but we never see it. We see, okay,
News footage, bits and pieces.
here comes Godzilla from the Titantron walking into the ring, and there's Muto already in the ring.
And Muto just attacking the train.
Yeah. And then, it's basically the heel heckling with fans, and here comes John Cena, which is Godzilla, who's gonna stop him. But right as they're in the ring, the bell rings and it's over.
Yeah.
It's implied that they fought. Maybe if it had a little more fighting scenes, maybe if it had original Godzilla monsters from the main stable of Toho films, I could have given it a better score. But coming into it almost fresh, not really a Godzilla fan or a big kaiju fan, it's almost disappointing, when you expect to see Bryan Cranston, when you expect to see more Godzilla, when you expect Godzilla to topple over Pacific. I'm pretty sure it beat it in the box office.
Oh yeah, because Pacific Rim had bad.
I don't think it was bad reviews. It was more of a
bad response by the audience to go to the theater, and the trailers didn't sell the film correctly.
Yeah, it's like, oh, don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of word to mouth was, oh, don't go. It's just an Americanized wannabe Godzilla kaiju film, and it almost did better than most kaiju films, I'd say. It did kaiju better than what kaiju could have done, I guess. I don't know. But,
So, we'll stop here until next week for the sounding board.